Hey guys, this is Norm from the Board Game Museum and welcome. And today I'm going to be reviewing and showing you the game Wyrmspan. Now, Wyrmspan is a game that is based off of, I call the Span family, which has Wingspan and Finspan now. And then the object of this game is you're going to be trying to score the most amount of points. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be playing cave cards, and in those cave cards, you're going to be playing dragon cards. Now, these cards are going to all have different types of abilities, different ways you can be able to play the abilities. You're also going to have a guild you're going to be able to move a token around on and try to score even more points. So let's check it out. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. In front of us, you're going to have a player board. You've got a number of actions that you're going to be able to do here, and I'll talk about those actions here in a little bit. Right over here, you're going to have cards that you're going to be able to choose from. You've got two different types. You've got cave cards, and then you have dragon cards. Now, the way this game works is in order to place a dragon card, you're going to have to place a cave card on your main board first. Now, over here in this slot, you already have cave cards, so those are covered. But as you go through the game, you're going to have to place more cave cards in there. And then after you have a cave card, you'll then be able to go ahead and place a dragon card in there after paying the cost. Right over here is your round tracker. The rounds are going to end once everybody passes. And when that happens, you're going to go ahead and score for this particular goal over here. Whoever is able to get the most amount of these, they're going to score 4, and then it'll work its way down. And then what you'll do is you'll go to this part and you'll fulfill these. You'll get a card, you'll get a cave card, and you're going to gain these resources over here. And this will go all the way here to round 4, and then round 4 will end once everybody passes. Over here is the Dragon Guild. Whenever you pass or activate this symbol over here, you're going to move this little shield over here. And wherever you land on the shield, you're going to gain whatever is there. So for this, you would gain an egg. For this, you would gain meat. For this, you would gain a dragon card. And whenever you get over to this point over here, you will then be allowed to go ahead and play one of these tokens on one of these spaces here, and you'll be able to go ahead and collect the reward. So for this, I would gain a coin and 2 resources. These are the different resources that you will have available in the game, and you're going to be using these resources to play cards and do a number of different actions. Right over here is a coin, this is a crystal, this is meat, this is milk, this is gold, and then this is an egg. So here's the way a typical dragon card is going to look. Right over here is going to be the name of it, and this is going to be the resources that you're going to pay in order to play the dragon card into a cave. This here, this talks about its size, which is a large. This tells you how many eggs it can store on the card right over here. This tells you which section of the board that you can play the dragon in. In this case, it's the bottom one. And then this is going to tell you the effect. So anytime your explorer passes this dragon, you're going to go ahead and gain a crystal. Also going to have what are called hatchlings. And right over here, this is going to be the point value. The main difference with these is they're going to have multiple effects. So for this one, whenever you explore, you'll be able to cash something from your supply, and then anytime you do that, you'll gain this. And then if you end up getting 3 on them over there, you're going to also lay 3 eggs. If you see this symbol, this is going to be activated immediately when you lay it down. If you see this symbol, this is whenever you explore and pass this card. If you see this symbol, you will resolve the effect after the end of the round. If you see this is going to be for end game scoring. The next thing I can do is what's called entice. This means I will be able to go ahead and play a dragon card. I will go ahead and pay another coin, and then I'm going to go ahead and look and see which dragon card I want to play. Let's say I decide I want to play this card over here. I would go ahead and pay these resources here, and let's just say I decide I'm going to play it over here. This is an end game scoring right here that I will have. Explore, this means I will be able to move my explorer through one of these areas and collect some things. So to do that, what I will do is, let's say I decide I want to explore here. I'll place a coin here. The second time during the round, if I want to do it, I will go ahead and pay this cost, and then later on that. But what I would do is I would just simply go ahead and place my guy here. First, I would go ahead and gain any resource. I would move over to the dragon. This one does not have a explorer token on it, so I'd pass that. This says I can go ahead and gain on the guild. So in this case, I would go ahead and go here, and I would gain an egg. This one says I would go ahead and gain a crystal and lay an egg. I could do something like lay an egg over here, and then I'd go over here, I would gain another resource. So I could keep going until I get to the minus and there's nothing left, and so after that, I would go ahead and put my explorer back. Now, whenever you're getting over to this section, you're going to have to pay a little more to excavate and place cave cards over here. And also, the game is going to change. Trade in resources to get a coin, and then after I get to the end here, I'll be able to cash 2 of these things. Now, there's a couple of things that you're going to be able to do. One is called cash, and what this means is you're simply going to lay a resource down on a dragon. This is going to count for points later on. There's also one where you'll be able to tuck a card, and tucking a card means you're going to go ahead and place a card underneath a dragon like so. That will also count for points later on in the game. At any time, you'll be able to convert 2 resources to 1 resource. Always be refilling this as well whenever you need to. You'll go ahead and continue playing like this until you get over here to the end of the 4th round, and then you're going to go ahead and score. You'll score for any markers you have here in the guild. Point values on the dragon you will score. This would be 3 points, for example. Any end-game abilities, you'll gain a point per egg that you have on your board. You would gain for tuck cards, cash resources, which we talked about. Any public objectives, which are going to be these, you'll score for those. And then you'll score a point for every coin you have and a point for every other 4 items you have left over. And whoever has the most amount of points is going to win the game. If you know how to play Wingspan, you're going to learn this one really quickly. To me, this is a little easier to play and teach. Now, I love Wingspan. This has some differences. Build an engine that has cards played in order that can best help you get resources, points, eggs, and things like that. And being able to use what you have to best set up the cards for success as well. And you have a lot of options. You've got cards that have endgame scoring, you've got goal cards, you've got eggs that you can lay, you've got some immediate effects, things like that. And you're just trying to use all of these things together to get the most amount of points. I really enjoy the dragon theme of this game, and I like the way the explorer works as you're collecting the items and the points. And I also enjoy that as long as you have coins, you can keep going. Sometimes you're going to try to make a play that will get you coins right as you run out of them, and that's pretty cool. It's a very cool game, and I really enjoy how the engine works. I like the cards, I like the components. Just so many different types of dragon cards on here. And to me, it's a fairly easy game to learn, even if you've never played Wingspan, just with all the different ways you can score and just having to manipulate the cards in a way that can best help you. All right, guys, that's my review of Wyrmspan. We'll see you. Keep on gaming. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Subscribe and like.
And comment. And
click and
share.
Share.
And have fun. Have a lot of fun. That's what you gotta do.